Ruben, where are you?
This is Ruben Lowing. It's April 5th, Sunday. It's my leadership talk today, and this is going to be strong. I've had some real difficulties, getting back into some good success habits. There's things that I used to do that worked every time, and I just haven't been. I've been hung up. Can't make them happen, right? And I read this book, The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. And he's promoting this 20-20-20 system. So you get up, getting up early, that's not a problem. Usually I get up and I meditate on the scriptures I read, and then he's got me doing something different, and that's high energy, vigorous workout first thing in the morning. And so I'm jumping rope in 20 minutes, all right, and then I go and then it's 20 minutes. Then I do my meditation and my reflection of my scriptures, and then plan my day, all right. And so what I chose to do this morning was I pulled the PDF for the blue book and the green flip chart, and I created a video on my desktop for the super trip, all right. And I'm gonna do the 7 steps Zooms on my own, right? They're having these, there's gonna be like 3 or 4 today Zoom calls, right, on 7 steps and fast start and all that, right? And I'm watching them. I've been watching them for the last week, right? 3 or 4 a day, right? And I'm seeing how these people are doing. And I've been a Toastmaster since 1994. I was John Maxwell in the John Maxwell Speakers Club. I know how to deliver a message. I know how to use voice inflection. I know how to use hand gestures. I know how to emphasize a point. I know how to make eye contact. All right. I know how to be clear and enunciate. All right. So and I got all kinds of ways to do this. There's all kinds of people I know that I went to several trainers academies, right? And I'm like, okay, things have changed, right? Now we're doing them. Will you evaluate me? And I'm gonna practice and practice and practice and practice, right? Guess what I'm doing? This is so cool, all right? I'm finding and that's what everybody should do. They understand that you got to find your ratio, okay? And so how many people you got to talk to get results, right? And once you know your ratio, hey, if it's 1,000 people, how fast can I talk to 1,000 people if I know what the end result's going to be, right? Well, but what happens is once you get success, your percentages increase. Just like fighting, once watch Roy Jones Jr. First round, he misses 90% of the punches he throws, but once he lands that first leg, then he lands 90% of the punches he throws. Your mind, hand, feet, and your eye all come into sync, right? Same thing happens when you start getting success in this business. You start listening and hearing and seeing the right things. You get the right kind of person in front of you. You don't do one-legged appointments. There's all kinds of things that help you get closer to success, right? The right kind of people that are listening and looking for what you're talking about, right? That are hearing you. So that's what I'm doing, and then this is what hit me this morning. That's what the leadership in this business isn't so much having a bunch of people follow you. Leadership in this business is having people become self-sufficient and independent all the way around with their finances and their income, making their own money, right? But also plugging into the resources that we have, getting on the Zoom calls, right? Finding the tools like the blue book on PDF and the green flip chart on PDF and pulling down the super trip video. I'm locked and cocked, right? Learning how to use Zoom and do a screen share, right? So you can do it yourself, right? Shazam! Get your license. Get the study material, take the test, right? And bam. Okay. So I'm pretty fired up this morning. I'm pretty excited about what's gonna happen, right? Because I know I can do this, right? And I'm net crazy reading that book, and it was frustrating because the way he writes, right? But he builds up that 20-20-20 formula to the point that once I read it, I implemented it right now, and that's unusual. All right, so I'm learning something about how to get people to take action right away, and you got to build it up. You got to get people to see the reality before it's reality, right? Having that vision of who they want to be, right? And be that leader they want to be. And that's amazing because that once somebody gets enough confidence to start setting themselves up so they can do it on their own, they're a leader. Isn't that amazing? And the ability to get other people to do that makes them a real leader, right? And in this business, that pays. Okay. And so that's what I'm trying to do. All right. So that's what I did. And this morning. And I am, ready to launch. Have a great Palm Sunday.